Now, water can flow or it can crash. Be water, my friend.
Ranger is a distance vocation, attacking from afar. So forget the daggers, Ranger is all about the bow. The only dagger skill that Ranger needs is Dazzle Blast, and more specifically Dazzle Blast with rusted daggers. You're not going to be climbing, leave that to Strider. You're not going to be tanking, leave that to Fighter. You're going to be distant, using the bow, using your stamina. Ranger has many utility skills with the bow, and then Dazzle Blast for utility as well. Tenfold is great, it's very quick, but heavy on stamina. Heptad is okay, but Tenfold can replace Heptad very easily. Deathly Arrow is very high damage and is fairly quick to land, and it costs minimal stamina, and it has very good knockdown capabilities when used during certain enemy attacks. Footbinder is a good skill in Grancis or in normal mode, but once you get to hard mode or bitter black, it becomes somewhat useless. I am a huge fan of Crippling Arrow, but it's a fun, rewarding skill rather than an optimal skill. If you want to challenge yourself, then you can equip that with lower tier weapons and it becomes very fun. Flying Din is a stun utility skill, but Dazzle Blast does the same thing, and easier, quicker. Comet Shot is perfect for long distance sniping. Spiral Arrow is a utility skill, very effective with specialty arrows, where Strider needs 5 or 10 to achieve sleep. Ranger can do it with 1 and Spiral Arrow. And Gamble, a very high damage skill, and very high on stamina. And Gamble is based off of your current stamina pool. The higher the stamina, the higher the damage. So Dazzle Blast with the rusted daggers or golden daggers or even ice daggers. The debilitation carries over. Augments, stability is always a favorite of mine. Damping is nice, it helps with Tenfold. Morbidity is helpful for Ranger, but not really needed once you have Spiral Arrow. Precision is also good, it helps with Tenfold. Trajectory is a bit of a trap, because Ranger does higher damage at mid to far range, but not so much in the far range. And the further you are, the less damage you start to deliver. Once you upgrade the rusted daggers to at least 3-star, they can then torpor enemies, which is very helpful for Ranger to slow enemies down. The golden weapons can silence the spellcasters, which also pretty handy for anybody. Barbed nails can be good for Ranger. That stagger knockdown, although Tenfold already has pretty good stagger, and even the single shot arrow has pretty good stagger knockdown. Ranger's Band with Reaper's Arrow or Corkscrew is awesome, like really good. The specialty arrows were made for Ranger. Sleep with a single Spiral Arrow, and Silence with a single or maybe 2 spirals, 4 or 5 petrifying arrows, and of course blast arrows with Tenfold is extremely effective. But having Ranger with Corkscrew, the specialty arrows just easy peasy. Carry 5, 10 at a time. That'll last you forever. The arrow distance, the short bow is ideal at short range and mid range. The long bow is ideal at mid range and far distant range. But there is a fine line between good far and then bad far. Once you get too far, you start to lose damage. The number drops once you get too far. So you got to find that nice little medium middle around the mid and far distance range. That trajectory augment kind of defeats that purpose, because once you get too far, you're losing your high numbers. Sure, you can shoot arrows further, but what good does that do you?